Hi, blessings everyone. This is Beth with All Array of Light here for a reading. It is July 4th, 2020, and I am here I've got a little friend here with me tonight. I don't know if you can see him. It's Mr. Nicky. He's kind of stressed about the fireworks, so we'll see how this goes, and he might make a little bit of noise. And I have a fan going more dramatically than usual, trying to, kill out some of the sound, but he's my friend with me tonight. So I am going to do a couple of readings this evening. The first one I'm going to do just kind of popped up a little while ago because it is my understanding that Kanye West is running for president this year. He has thrown in today. He had his little announcement, I think, on Twitter, and I think Elon Musk is supporting him in that. I don't know if that means monetarily or what. And in the past, I probably would have maybe I would have joked, or I would have laughed a little bit, or I would have had an attitude about that. But since Trump, I don't anymore, because anything can happen, and we're in 2020. So I just want guides to show, and I'm asking Spirit and the guides to show us, is this a serious run? What is this really about for Kanye? And could this really have an effect on the election? Now, I don't know if he's running as an independent or what, but I'm just going to see what Spirit wants us to know about this and what the guides are showing. So let me see what I'm getting here with Kanye West running for president. Spirit and guides, what do you want us to know? Well, this is really funny because as I ask that question, I hear very distinctly one of my guides when I ask what you want us to know, and they're saying, well, Kanye thinks it's a great idea. And they're showing me the picture of him. Kanye is known for being narcissistic. Others have said he might have some mental health challenges, and I think he may have had some of those in the past. But I'm hearing him like he's excited. I feel like he might, I don't know if this is good or bad, and I don't know if this is delusion or if this is reality, but I feel like he thinks God is calling him to do this. I think he thinks he's really being called to do this. Okay. Now, hold on a second. And I feel people in his ear. So I don't know if those are his, sycophantic people around him or I can't even imagine being at that level and having all the people that just feed into your ego about how wonderful you are, what that would do to you. I think we see sometimes what that does to people. And I'm hearing whispering in his ear, but I'm seeing, okay, so I feel like there's probably almost like camps of people around him. People who think, because I think he has an album, that really dates me, doesn't it? I think he has an album coming out. And so I feel like there's people who think, oh, publicity. Yes, this is great. This is going to get publicity. I feel like there's some people around him who are, because I think he's become kind of religious in the past year, if I'm not mistaken, who are seeing this as like a spiritual thing, him doing this. And this is not me criticizing a Christian religion or whatever religion, but often religions want evangelizing, right? And so when you have somebody who's famous as part of your church or part of your religion, it can get people coming to your religion or coming to your church. And I know I'm not mistaken, he has his own church. So I feel there's a certain piece of this religious people, whatever that religion, if it's his religion or others around him, in his ear also, telling, and it's coming from a very Christian, evangelical Christian kind of thing, you know, God's calling you kind of thing. Okay, hold on a second. And then I feel like there's another group of people, honestly, this feels kind of like Trump people, or because they see him as being, because I know he has been supportive of Donald Trump, worn the Donald Trump red hat before, and has been supportive of Donald Trump. Hold on. So honestly, I feel like there's a group of, and I'm not sure who, of supporters, probably campaign people in Trump's camp, who feel like this could stir the race up because Trump's poll numbers have fallen. He's struggling right now. I mean, his speech last night was pretty ugly. I'm going to call it how I feel it. I felt it was ugly. Hold on. So I feel like they're looking at him like they don't see it like he can win. I don't think they see it like he's really could win, but they see him being able to maybe peel off percentages. In particular, they think African American voters, okay? And, oh, this is interesting, African American evangelical voters. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think I read polls recently where I know white evangelical voters still really are supporting Trump, even though he's lost a small percentage of them. African American evangelical voters aren't supporting Trump. They're supporting more Biden. I know there's a percentage that do, and I'm not trying to say that every African American is a Democrat. I'm not seeing it like that. I'm seeing the poll numbers in front of me. There's the Trump election, whoever's, see Kanye might be able to pull some of those, okay? So it'll stir things up, I think. I feel like Trump has really, and the people around him have kind of been the masters of distracting, you know, what's the next shiny thing? We're always kept in kind of an uproar with what the last, you know, he tweeted this, or there's always something new to come around. There's always something new to get people riled up, to get people, I see it like the shiny. I'm getting and I'm seeing, well, I've got my dog here, so I'm seeing like the squirrel, because Nikki will be out there and that squirrel, and boom, there he goes. And so I see Trump and his people being masters of changing the channel, because really, this whole thing came out about the bounties on the American soldiers in Afghanistan, and okay, here's another shiny thing. I mean, I think that's probably 3 shiny things ago. So they see this as a possibility of peeling off some layers of support. But they kind of consider it a joke too. So I don't know if Kanye knows this, but they feel he's a joke to them, right? He's a joke to them. He's useful to them. I feel somebody saying he's a useful idiot. Somebody saying, oh, he's a useful idiot. Like, they don't have like respect for him. They would just like to use him. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. Now I got like a little hit on Elon Musk, and I'm getting Elon Musk wants to, I feel him almost like wanting to poke his fingers in establishment kind of eyes, like poke his, that's what they're showing me, like him poking his fingers, and if throwing that, saying he supports Kanye gets him some attention, and he gets to poke his fingers in some eyes, that's fine with him. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see where they're going with this. Now, I want to know, Spirit, could this be could this really affect the election? And so I'm proceeding with the energy that we're dealing with today, or is this a nothing burger? Okay, because we are in Mercury retrograde, and sometimes things taking off in a retrograde period aren't necessarily come to fruition in that particular retrograde period. So let me listen. Could this affect the election? Could this really affect the election? they're telling it to me like it could destabilize it a bit. Okay, like I get it. I'm seeing like I don't know why I'm seeing it like this, but like a tray that a waiter would carry with all these, I don't know, dishes of food and drinks. And it's almost like, oh, like the feeling, I get the feeling of the Biden people and the Democrats were starting to get a little like, oh, Trump's really self-destructing. This is starting to look good for us. And I feel them, maybe there's a little concern there. Even if they don't voice it, I'm going to tell you there's a little concern with some people. And I feel it like doing this with the tray, like the election feast or the election, I don't know. Like, oh, could do like a little bit of that. Hold on a second. But could it be seriously? I feel like this is, it's kind of going to be, does the media also go after the shiny, right? Because if Kanye starts really, they did last time with Trump, every speech he was giving was being broadcast, and they gave him a lot of publicity. Hold on a second. I feel like it really is going to depend on, are they going to start to like put him on every little thing if he starts speaking and everything he says, are they going to start to do that? I feel like it's going to be a circus a bit for a while. Like I get like a Kanye circus, like there's all these different, but let me see. But the guides are telling me the circus eventually leaves town. And it does. The circus eventually leaves town and goes to its next place. I'm trying to see if they're going to be definitive or if they're just going to say it really does depend on the energies that we're dealing with. So they're showing me the circus will eventually leave town. He might get bored with it. Like Kanye might get bored with running for president. This is an ego thing for him for sure. But I also feel there's a little bit going on up here that's not quite stable with him right now. I don't know if that's brain chemistry related. I don't know. Maybe it's just ego. But I feel like he might get bored with it. Like it might bore him. It's going to be a circus for a bit though. But I think when it comes down to it, and I'm going to just say, I'm looking at like maybe for a month or 2 months, this gets a little bit of attention, but I almost feel like either he pulls back or it peters out, and I might be totally wrong about this because they are giving me that little caveat, like there's a little, whatever that thing is called. I can't think of what that's called. That they're saying how people respond to it and how the media responds to it. But right now I see it like a circus. I see it like a circus, entertaining, and let's see what happens. But I'm not going to definitively say it couldn't peel away some percentages. I don't see him being able to, like, I don't think he can get his name on the ballot in most states at this point. But I mean, he could be a write-in. But I feel like the circus eventually gets packed up and off he goes. But I get that circus quality, destabilizing quality for a bit. And what does a bit mean? Maybe that's a week. Maybe that's a week and it's on to something else. Or maybe that's a couple of months. It really is going to depend on the energies that get thrown at it and get reflected at it. Because I see it like is the media going to put up a big mirror? But I feel the Democrats aren't real happy with this right now. I would say that. And Trump and his people are. Let's just put it like that. So, yeah, the Kanye circus is here. We'll see how far it goes. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good, safe night and their animals are staying safe, and blessings, everyone.